Hi, hi, hi. Welcome to Freedom FriYAY, Sacred Rebel Rise. My name's lisalyle, the Joyful Muse, here to support humanity, HUE, humanity's rise at this time. Oh, shoot, I forgot. Oh, man. We'll address it tomorrow in Saturday Night Live. I wrote down a lot of the astrology of now and what is impacting us as we approach the season of rebirth. We're in the new year finally, so happy New Year. Just give me a second here. At this time, I'd like to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, here to support our greatest and highest good through all timelines. And while we're here, a calm nervous system led by joy. So 111, make a wish. We are supported to do this. We are the transition team here alive at this time for the entirety of the experience we're having. Are you enjoying the ride? How's it going? How is it going? So a very warm welcome back to all of you who have been traveling with me for a while. And of course, a very warm welcome to all of you who are just stumbling across this channel whenever that may be. I trust that there will be something here for you, because ultimately messages from Source, divine truth intended to support our spiritual awakening, is timeless. So the first card out, which actually flipped, is diving for light. And you know what's really interesting is I commented 111, and then the first card out is an 11, which is a master number. It was 212 right there. This really speaks about diving into diving for light. Where do we dive for light? Into our own shadow, which is the space down there in between the hips, the sacral chakra, the home of our emotions, the space where we suppress and push things back and cover them up. We don't want to deal with those things down there. And yet the master knows that we must, in fact, address everything that's down there. And as we dive into our own shadowy depths, we then we rediscover the light that has always existed within us. We rediscover our own power. This is feeling very Empress elemental vibes here, although with the seahorses, it is indicative that this is in the water, which, there's a beautiful relationship there between the water and the earth. And so we can go to the earth and allow ourselves to express, to feel our emotional waters, to release and then heal via our connection to dear Mother Earth. I'm really being guided to say go gently as you dive into your own watery depths. And this is really going to, as you begin this journey, this is really going to begin to reignite the consciousness of the Christ, the spiritual consciousness that we're all here to rediscover. And as we heal from our emotional experience or within the emotional experience, then we awaken ancient wisdom that has always lived within the experience, that really came here to be expressed. Collaborative dreaming, absolutely. And this feels like collaboration with all aspects of ourself. And so as a almost 55-year-old woman who has been on this spiritual awakening journey since my early 20s, and in fact, like lifelong, let's be honest. And yet we find ways through our youth and into our early adult years to cope, right? And then at some point in time, we realize we are an adult. I'm an adult now. And so we have to take responsibility. And this really feels, I'm being guided to say the reason for sharing all of that is what has still remained after all of the changes you have made, after all that you have overcome, after all that you have uncovered, healed, and rediscovered about yourself. What remains? What are the dreams that remain? Because those are the things, the quality things that we are meant to be going for. And this is a number 28. So it comes to that 10 energy, which is the wheel of fortune, the wheel of destiny, the wheel of fate turning in our favor. And I feel like this collaborative dreaming is with all aspects of yourself, uh, here in the physical and multi-dimensionally. So this is collaborating with all aspects of yourself, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and the highly intuitive, creative child that lives within, that wants to come out and express in joyful ways each and every day. I'm hearing the words get grounded. How did it make you feel as a child? Did you ever get grounded? And how did that make you feel? Perhaps there's something there. You know, this card, it really wants to keep coming up. Seeing the true you. And again, another 11. So in between the two 11s, we have the collaborative dreaming. So what do you see when you look in the mirror? How did you feel when you were grounded or put in a time out? Do you allow the real you to be seen? Um, do you remember who you truly are? And it feels like with this, this is the first time I've been guided to comment on this, the green armchair that she's resting upon here. It really feels like the healing chair of the divine, the armchair of the divine. Beyond our mind, we heal. And it's often our thoughts about our thoughts about our feelings that keep us spinning our wheels, and perhaps rehashing, repeating tapes that long ago should have been tossed aside. Ah, exactly. This be the question. Apples to oranges, dust to dust. You know, it's like, what do you feel? This is exactly what was being already said. And we're in a universal 9 year at the time of this live in 2025 is a universal 9 year, the year of the hermit. The hermit is the archetype for this year. And we're wrapping up cycles. We are wrapping up lifetimes of cycles, like ancient cycles. And not only are we as humans, but we are being guided and directed by the heavens above, if you will, while we understand and become the seed of heaven on earth we came to be. So there are these huge planetary cycles that are taking place. And we can poo-poo at these kind of things and, oh, it's woo-woo, and yet it's true. These cycles keep going, and it's only us humans, HUE, that have been really removed away from the natural rhythms and cycles of life. And so this really feels like coming back online via the honoring, and stop thinking so much about how you're feeling and allow yourself to move through the feels, to gently do this, because we move from the 9 completing and wrapping up into this highly creative, highly productive, highly prosperous collaborative dreaming with our multidimensional self, as well as with our soul family and those we are meant to collaborate here with. Ultimately, our finest collaboration is that with the divine, with source, allowing source to guide our life from the inside of our experience. So let's get some affirmation cards, and then we're going to wrap this up, because I have a couple of 4-legged furry friends that are waiting to get to the PARK. I have to spell it because they know it. They're probably not a spell too. But the first card out here is the power of my voice. We've been seeing this for a long time. And look at that, the same number. The power of my voice, collaborative dreaming. There's something here, ladies and gents. There is something here. We are strong. We are powerful. We have the ability to communicate telepathically. We are being guided to trust our intuition as our throat chakra perhaps comes online, as we do some healing with the throat chakra, clearing, practice I love to sing. If you don't know that about me, I love to sing. I do it everywhere. Um, I bring the entertainment factor wherever I go. And because it really, a part of our journey here, it feels, or at least from my experience, it has felt like not taking ourselves so seriously, getting over ourselves, because a lot of us are, we've been very self-conscious due to early programming and conditioning. It was 11:11 there when I paused briefly. So this is about refinding our voice and allowing ourselves to be, the star of the show. And in a way that supports our own and perhaps, if we're lucky, another's soul growth here at this time. It's so funny. I took the ammonite off today, but I was wearing this yesterday. And it's really about the spiral of the divine feminine spiral. We are moving off of that. We are breaking and clearing, hopefully, and thank you for doing so, karmic cycles, so that we can really move into the spiral of grace and practice forgiveness and self-love as we co-create these boundaries. It's a number 24, which comes to a 6, which is our divine path of service in this lifetime. We are the ones here to flip the script, and we do so via the essence of unconditional love, guided by our intuition, as well as the rhythms and cycles of this planetary body that we call home, dear Mother Earth. And it's so important for us. And you may have been feeling in recent weeks, the energy is quite terse and tense. And we've been having some extreme weather conditions here. Literally, we are all under the weather. We're living under the weather. And is life on planet Earth getting better because we are here? It ought to be, and that is a part of the sacred deal. The reason why we're here now, we came here to heal. And if that is the only accomplishment in this lifetime, it is the greatest accomplishment of a lifetime, because we are here breaking, clearing generational cycles, karmic in nature. Okay. And it's really important for us, particularly those of us who consider ourselves to be empaths, empathetic, the way showers, the star seeds, blah, 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 all of these good things. Those of us who are here on this journey of conscious awakening, spiritual awakening, we tend to, welcome everyone. We want everyone to feel love. We want everyone to feel included. And yet, sometimes as a result of that, we allow others to cross our boundaries, and to do so oftentimes more than one time. And this is because there is the need for the healing in the emotional body, where self-esteem, our self-worth resides. And so boundaries are not mean. It's not being mean to create a boundary. It's an act of fearless self-love for the self, for yourself. And this is going to support your ability to see the true you. Pay attention to the number synchronicities. I could be just sitting here firing off numbers every time I look there. 1331, 1414. Pay attention to the repetitive numbers and tune in that moment when you are seeing one of these numbers, and ask your guides, ask your angels what the message is for you. And, if nothing comes, just take it as a sign that they are there working for you. They are right there with you as you're moving through whatever it is you're moving through. Self-love, it's funny because these kind of feel similar now, don't they? These two decks are created by different creators, and yet I'm feeling such a similar energy in these two. So our fearless self-love encourages us to dive into the light, which it's almost like, so dive into the depths of our shadow, that watery space that lives within our emotional center. And as we do that, it's almost like that fool taking the step off of the cliff, trusting that we are supported, trusting that we are going to be lifted with the next gust or breeze or breath of wind. So what does it say here? It says here, my clear boundaries allow me to protect myself, nurture my intentions, and follow my true self, and use our true voice, because our voices are powerful, and our voices are more powerful when we speak in from the heart space, calm, grounded. We don't have to run around and chase anything down. Just simply speaking truth and sharing in really authentic ways. That's really what it is, being authentic and fearlessly loving yourself. Whenever I choose to love myself, no matter the circumstances surrounding me, I am practicing fearlessness. Yeah. And we're practicing love, right? And love is going to support more of the good stuff in life, and fear is just going to isolate us and diminish our feelings, our sense of self-worth more and more and more. So dive into the shores of the waters that live in you, the living waters of life, the living waters of light, and know that you are guided to a safe shore beyond your fright. With that being said, I'm looking forward to seeing you here again Saturday night. Saturday night. Yes. So until then, get out there and remember, you are the rebel who came here to rebel and restore the frequency of righteousness and love on this planetary realm. I see you. I feel you. I love you. Thank you so much for showing up. And until next time, take good care of yourself. Oh, and thank you for shining your beautiful divine light in my life. I see you. I feel you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.